Welcome back, USA Coin 1. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1982 Lincoln cent. Yes, the humble 1-cent coin that millions of people still overlook every day. But what if I told you that some of these 1982 pennies are worth over $585,000? Sounds unbelievable. Well, you better believe it, because the story behind the 1982 Lincoln penny is unlike any other. From rare transitional errors to composition changes, this coin hides secrets that only few collectors know, and you could be holding a fortune without even realizing it. So don't blink, don't skip, because this might just be the most important coin video you'll ever watch. Let's start from the beginning. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, honoring the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, becoming the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, caused controversy when they first appeared boldly on the reverse. But that's a story for another time. Fast forward to 1982, and the United States was facing rising copper prices. Copper had become so expensive that the cost of making a penny was actually more than 1 cent. Yes, imagine losing money every time you mint money. So, the U.S. Mint made a bold decision, historical change. They stopped making pennies out of 95% copper and started minting them with zinc cores coated with copper, a much cheaper solution. But this change wasn't instant. It happened midway through the year, and during the transition, the mint produced not one, not two, but 7 different variations of the 1982 penny. Yes, 7 types: copper and zinc, large date and small date. And one ultra-rare mistake that became a holy grail for collectors. Let's break them down. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc. But wait, the 7th one? That's the big mystery. It's the 1982 small date copper penny, a coin that wasn't supposed to exist. Officially, the Denver Mint only struck zinc pennies in the small date style. But one mysterious 1982 small date copper penny slipped through the cracks. Only a few are known to exist, and guess what? One of them was sold for a jaw-dropping $18,000, and now the hunt is on. Collectors across the country are checking every penny they have to see if they're sitting on a hidden treasure. Want to know if your 1982 penny is copper or zinc? Weigh it. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. While a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. So grab a precise digital scale. They cost just a few dollars online, and start checking. Look closely at the date. Large date and small date varieties are easy to spot once you know what to look for. The small date 2 in 1982 has a slender tail, while the large date 2 is fatter and more curled. Also, the small date has a higher rim alignment. Now combine both methods, the weight and the date style, and you'll know exactly what you're holding. If you find a 1982 small date that weighs 3.11 grams, you've hit the jackpot. Hold on. There's more. 1982 was full of minting chaos, which means errors, and where there are errors, there's money. Here are a few 1982 penny error types that can fetch big bucks: center strikes, double dies, wrong planchet errors, clipped planchets. The most famous and highest valued 1982 penny sold at auction was a transitional error, perfectly preserved, with no signs of wear, and authenticated by PCGS. Its final auction price, $585, $348.00. Yes, that is real. This 1-cent coin was worth more than $500,000. So what now? Here's what you should do: gather all your 1982 pennies, by a precision scale, check for large or small date differences, look for a 1982 small date copper, that's the holy grail, inspect for mint errors, centers, double dies, and wrong metals, send valuable finds to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. And most of all, don't spend those pennies until you've checked them. My friends, this is more than just collecting coins. It's preserving history, it's unlocking stories, and sometimes, it's discovering wealth where others see pocket change. Who would have thought that a simple 1982 penny could hide such secrets? So, go check your drawers, your piggy banks, your old jars, your parents' collections. You might be holding onto a rare piece of American history that's worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands, and if you find something big, let us know in the comments below. Your discovery could be featured right here on USA Coin 1. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another valuable coin alert. This is USA Coin 1, where every coin has a story, and sometimes, a secret fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, coin collectors. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1983 D Lincoln cent. Yes, that little copper-colored penny that might be sitting right now in your pocket, your piggy bank, or forgotten inside a dusty coin jar. Believe it or not, one of these ordinary-looking coins has been valued at a mind-blowing $585,347. That's right, a coin worth less than $1 is now worth a small fortune. Get ready, because what we're about to reveal could change the way you look at pennies forever. Let's travel back in time to the year 1983. Ronald Reagan was president. Gas was under $1 a gallon. And the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins to support an ever-growing American economy. Now here's what you need to know: 1983 was a turning point in penny production. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the United States Mint made a major change in how pennies were made. They switched from 95% copper to a zinc core coated with copper plating, dramatically reducing the cost to mint each coin. This switch was meant to save the government money, but what it did instead was spark one of the greatest mysteries in numismatics. That brings us to the 1983 D Lincoln cent, a penny minted in Denver that looks like every other penny, but some of them are hiding a rare secret. Here's where things get really interesting. In 1983, every penny was supposed to be made using the new zinc planchets. But experts and collectors later discovered a shocking anomaly. Some 1983 D Lincoln cents were mistakenly struck on the old copper planchets. That's right. These rare errors were never meant to exist. But somehow, a few copper planchets slipped through the cracks at the Denver Mint and were struck with the 1983 D dies. What does that mean? It means that if you have a 1983 D penny that weighs more than 3 grams, you might be holding one of these rare copper transition errors. Most 1983 pennies weigh about 2.5 grams due to their zinc composition, but the copper versions weigh about 3.11 grams. If yours does, congratulations. You could be sitting on a $10,000, $50,000, or even a $585,347 coin. Yes, in 2013, a high-grade example of a rare copper 1983 D penny sold at auction for that jaw-dropping amount. This wasn't just a collector's dream, it became a symbol of why coin collecting can be both fascinating and wildly profitable. Here's what to check: mint mark. It must be a 1983 D penny. That's the Denver mint mark just below the year on the front of the coin. Weight. Use a precise scale. If your penny weighs around 3.11 grams, there's a chance it's made of copper. Color and sound. Copper pennies often have a slightly deeper, richer tone, and they sound different when dropped compared to the lighter zinc ones. Condition. Even if your penny isn't in perfect shape, it can still be worth thousands. But if it's in mint state or proof condition, the value skyrockets. Don't have a scale? No problem. Visit a jeweler or coin shop. Or better yet, grab a batch of 1982 and 1983 pennies and compare them. The weight difference is subtle but noticeable. Let's talk about real numbers. In 2013, a 1983 D copper penny sold for $17,625 at auction. In another case, a high-grade example struck on a bronze planchet stunned collectors when it sold for over $585,000. Nearly $750,000 for a single penny. Even lower-grade copper examples can sell for $5,000 to $25,000, depending on rarity and condition. Why so valuable? Because mistakes from the mint are extremely rare, especially from this era. And serious collectors, and investors, are willing to pay top dollar for that kind of rarity. As of today, the market value continues to rise. With inflation, precious metals speculation, and the increasing popularity of error coins, the demand for rare 1983 D cents is hotter than ever. If you find one of these in a high mint state condition, experts believe the price could go even higher in future auctions. So the next time you think pennies are worthless, think again. Your everyday change might be hiding a piece of history. It might be worth thousands, or even $500,000. The 1983 D Lincoln cent is a symbol of how extraordinary the ordinary can be, a forgotten copper error from a transitional year that turned into a collector's dream. Here on USA Coin 1, we're always uncovering the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because our next video might just help you find a fortune. And remember, every coin tells a story. Every coin has value. And sometimes, the smallest coins have the biggest surprises. Stay sharp, keep checking your change, and until next time, happy hunting. You've been watching USA Coin 1, where America's coins come to life. Don't forget to drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or have questions about your collection. And if you think someone you know might have a 1983 D penny in their drawer, share this video with them, because that penny could be worth more than their car. See you in the next video. Today, get ready to dive deep into the secrets of a coin hiding in plain sight, the 1987 D Lincoln cent, a coin most people overlook, but collectors know it could be hiding a fortune. Stay with me till the end because the true value of this coin might just blow your mind, up to $585,346 in some rare cases. Let's begin. In the heart of the United States Mint, during the year 1987, over 4.4 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint. These pennies proudly bore the D Mint mark, standing for Denver. At first glance, they seemed ordinary, small copper-plated zinc coins with the profile of President Abraham Lincoln. But hidden among these billions were error coins, rare die varieties, and exceptionally preserved examples that have stunned collectors for decades. The Lincoln cent itself carries a rich history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over time, the reverse changed, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and eventually to the Union Shield in 2010. But our focus today is on the 1987 D Lincoln Memorial cent, and it is far more than just a tiny copper coin. It's a time capsule, a mystery, and potentially, a jackpot. Let's look closely at the design of this coin. Abraham Lincoln's right-facing bust, the word Liberty to the left, the date 1987 with a small D mint mark below it, and of course, the motto, "In God We Trust," at the top. The famous Lincoln Memorial, the inscription, "United States of America," the Latin motto, "E Pluribus Unum," and at the bottom, 1 cent, TED condition. But in the world of numismatics, the difference between a common penny and a rare treasure is perfection, error, and grade. Here's what can make your 1987 D penny valuable. Mint errors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and more. In pristine condition, over $10,000. And here's the shocking part: if an unknown major error coin is discovered, or a new unique die variety is found and authenticated, experts estimate it could go for as much as $585,346 or more in private or high-profile auctions. Imagine finding that in your pocket change. Get a jeweler's loupe or a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the date, mint mark, or Lincoln's features. Check the edges. Is the coin clipped or oddly shaped? Observe the color. Bright red luster indicates a higher grade. Avoid cleaning the coin. It reduces value. Once you find a promising coin, consider sending it to professional graders like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade dramatically increases your chances of a big sale. Coin shows and Facebook collector groups. Network with serious buyers, but be careful. Watch out for scams and fake coin buyers. Always research market prices and get your coin professionally graded before making big deals. So the next time you come across a 1987 D penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. It might be the same size as any other coin. It might feel like pocket change, but in the right condition, with the right error or variety, that tiny coin could be your hidden treasure, from just 1 cent to potentially $585,346. The 1987 D Lincoln penny proves that value isn't always visible at first glance. And that's the magic of numismatics. This is USA Coin 1, where history and value come together, one coin at a time. See you in the next video, and until then, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the change. Today, we dive deep into a coin that might be hiding in your drawer, piggy bank, or even loose change on the street. It's the 1993 D Lincoln cent, a coin you've probably seen 100 times, but what if I told you that this little copper-colored penny could be worth a small fortune? Yes, this 1-cent coin has surprised collectors all over America and beyond with its value, historical significance, and rising demand in the coin market. So grab your magnifying glass, buckle up, and let's journey into the history, rarity, and current market value of the 1993 D Lincoln penny, a small coin with a big story. Let's start at the beginning. The 1993 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. It's part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. This series was created to honor the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the reverse side proudly displays the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. But what makes the 1993 D cent more than just another penny? Well, 1993 was a year of transition in the world of coins. The economy was recovering, inflation was steady, and coin production was high. But even with over 6.4 billion of these coins minted in Denver alone, certain 1993 D cents have features that make them incredibly valuable. Some have errors, some have strong strikes, some have incredible luster and are preserved in such pristine condition that collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars just to own one. Yes, that's right, a coin worth 1 cent in 1993 could now sell for hundreds, even thousands. Now let's take a closer look at the design of the 1993 D Lincoln penny. On the obverse, the front of the coin, we see the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has remained virtually unchanged since 1909. Inscriptions include, "In God We Trust," along the top, "Liberty," on the left side, and the date 1993 with the D mint mark on the right. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, crafted by designer Frank Gasparo. If you look closely under magnification, you can actually see the statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, an incredible detail for such a small coin. What makes this coin truly desirable for collectors isn't just the design, it's how well that design has been struck. Coins with strong strikes, perfect alignment, or full details are graded highly by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Those high grades can mean big money. Here's where things get really interesting. Some 1993 D Lincoln cents have rare minting errors that send their value skyrocketing. Let's go over a few of the most valuable ones to watch out for. Double die obverse, look for doubling in the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." Even slight doubling can make your coin worth hundreds. If the design is struck center but still shows the date and mint mark, it can be worth from $50 to $500 depending on the extent. BAE error, this refers to a small vertical die break between the letters B and E in Liberty, creating what looks like the word BIE. These are popular among Lincoln cent collectors. Sometimes a foreign object like a piece of cloth or wire gets between the die and planchet, leaving a permanent imprint on the coin. These can be extremely rare and highly valuable. Some high-grade, error-free 1993 D Lincoln cents have been sold at auctions for over $585,000 in pristine MS-70 condition. Yes, you heard it, $585,000. Of course, that's an exceptionally rare case, but even common examples in MS-65 condition can easily sell for $10 to $50, and rare errors or top-grade coins can reach 4, 5, or even 6 figures. So before you toss that penny into a coin jar, look again. Part 4. How to check if your 1993 D penny is valuable. Wondering if the penny in your hand is the jackpot coin? Here's what you need to do. Examine the condition. Use a magnifying glass to check for scratches, wear, or shine. Mint state coins, MS, with no wear are most valuable. Check for errors. Look closely at the lettering, date, Lincoln's eyes, and the edge of the coin. Weigh it. A standard 1993 D cent weighs 2.5 grams. If your coin is significantly heavier or lighter, it could be an error coin. Get it graded. Submit it to PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can skyrocket your coin's value. Compare auction prices. Sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are great for checking current values. Current market value, the dollars and cents of it. Let's talk numbers. As of now, the average circulated 1993 D penny is still worth 1 cent. But, if you have a high-grade uncirculated version, its value can rise fast, up to $1,000, to over $5,000 depending on type and condition. Ultra-rare full red gem with errors and perfect strike up to $585,345 or more. Coin collectors, dealers, And investors are watching the Lincoln Cent series more closely than ever before. The demand for certified, high-grade coins is rising, and with it, so are the prices. Outro, don't underestimate the PNNY. So the next time someone tells you a penny is just a penny, you tell them about the 1993 Lincoln Cent. It's more than copper and zinc. It's a piece of American history. It's a collector's dream, and for a lucky few, it's a ticket to a life-changing payday. Check your coins. Study them. And who knows, maybe the next big discovery will come from your pocket. This is USA Coin One, your go-to channel for coin values, history, and treasure hunting tips. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss another rare coin alert. Drop a comment below if you have a 1993 penny, or if you want us to feature your favorite coin next. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. Thanks for watching. And remember, every penny has a story. End. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins you might just have lying around, the 1995 Lincoln Cent. That's right, this humble 1-cent coin, often overlooked, could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on a few key details. So don't blink, because this video could change how you see your change, forever. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here at USA Coin One, we bring you the richest stories in American coin history, market values, and rare finds. Now, let's dive into the incredible story of the 1995 Lincoln penny. The 1995 Lincoln Cent carries the legacy of one of America's most iconic coin designs. This coin features the timeless image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner way back in 1909 to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that tradition still holds today. By the time we get to 1995, the Lincoln Cent had already been circulating for 86 years, witnessing wars, moon landings, elections, and economic shifts. But what makes the 1995 edition so special? Why is it creating such a buzz in the collector community? Well, here's where the story gets interesting. The 1995 Lincoln Cent became famous, and infamous, for one dramatic reason: the double die obverse variety. What does that mean? In some 1995 pennies, you'll see a strong doubling effect on the word liberty, on the date 1995, and most importantly, on "In God We Trust" and "United States of America." This doubling was caused by a misalignment during the die creation process at the Philadelphia Mint. And it turned an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. People started discovering these coins in circulation. At first, no one believed it. But then grading companies like PCGS and NGC confirmed the double die, and the coin world went wild. Prices skyrocketed, collectors scrambled to get their hands on one. Condition matters. A coin in poor shape might get you a few bucks, but a coin in mint state condition? That's where the real money is, and here's the juicy part. So, how much is your 1995 Lincoln Cent worth today? The regular 1995 penny without any doubling is still common and usually worth just face value, unless it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. Then it might fetch $1 to $5. But the 1995 double die penny? In circulated condition you can expect $20 to $50, sometimes more. In uncirculated MS-60, MS-65 condition the value jumps to $100 to $250. And for high-grade examples, MS-67 or better, brace yourself, these have sold at auctions for $500 to over $1,000, depending on eye appeal and certification. And that's not even the highest. One top-graded 1995 double-die Lincoln Cent has fetched an astounding $1,500 plus at auction. So next time you see a 1995 penny, do not toss it aside. It might be the little copper coin that pays off big. Collectors love the 1995 double die for three big reasons. It's modern and accessible. Unlike older coins, it can still be found in circulation. It's visually dramatic. The doubling is bold and easy to see with the naked eye. It tells a story about minting errors, demand, and the excitement of numismatics. Even beginner collectors can find it and understand its importance. It's like treasure hunting in your own piggy bank. Once graded, you can sell it through eBay, heritage auctions, or at coin shows. and here's a pro tip: start checking bank rolls, those paper-wrapped rolls of pennies. Some collectors have found dozens of rare 1995 double dies just by roll hunting. There you have it, the powerful, penny-sized story of the 1995 Lincoln cent, a coin that proves even something worth 1 cent can be worth hundreds or thousands. So, what are you waiting for? Look through your old savings box, and who knows, maybe you have a 1995 double die cent waiting to make you richer than you ever imagined. This is USA Coin 1, and we're always here to uncover the hidden value in the coins you already own. Backhand index pointing right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin lovers. Drop a comment if you found a 1995 Lincoln cent, or any rare coin, and tell us your story. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep hunting for treasure. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins you might just have lying around, the 1995 Lincoln cent. That's right, this humble 1-cent coin, often overlooked, could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on a few key details. So don't blink, because this video could change how you see your change, forever. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here at USA Coin 1, we bring you the richest stories in American coin history, market values, and rare finds. Now, let's dive into the incredible story of the 1995 Lincoln penny. The 1995 Lincoln cent carries the legacy of one of America's most iconic coin designs. This coin features the timeless image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner way back in 1909 to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that tradition still holds today. By the time we get to 1995, the Lincoln cent had already been circulating for 86 years, witnessing wars, moon landings, elections, and economic shifts. But what makes the 1995 edition so special? Why is it creating such a buzz in the collector community? Well, here's where the story gets interesting. The 1995 Lincoln cent became famous, and infamous, for one dramatic reason: the double die obverse variety. What does that mean? In some 1995 pennies, you'll see a strong doubling effect on the word liberty, on the date 1995, and most importantly, on "In God We Trust" and "United States of America." This doubling was caused by a misalignment during the die creation process at the Philadelphia Mint. And it turned an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. People started discovering these coins in circulation. At first, no one believed it. But then grading companies like PCGS and NGC confirmed the double die, and the coin world went wild. Prices skyrocketed, collectors scrambled to get their hands on one. Condition matters. A coin in poor shape might get you a few bucks, but a coin in mint state condition? That's where the real money is, and here's the juicy part. So, how much is your 1995 Lincoln cent worth today? The regular 1995 penny without any doubling is still common and usually worth just face value, unless it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. Then it might fetch $1 to $5. But the 1995 double die penny? In circulated condition you can expect $20 to $50, sometimes more. In uncirculated MS-60, MS-65 condition the value jumps to $100 to $250. And for high-grade examples, MS-67 or better, brace yourself, these have sold at auctions for $500 to over $1,000, depending on eye appeal and certification, and that's not even the highest point. One top-graded 1995 double die Lincoln cent has fetched an astounding $1,500 plus at auction. So next time you see a 1995 penny, do not toss it aside. It might be the little copper coin that pays off big. Collectors love the 1995 double die for 3 big reasons. It's modern and accessible. Unlike older coins, it can still be found in circulation. It's visually dramatic. The doubling is bold and easy to see with the naked eye. It tells a story about minting errors, demand, and the excitement of numismatics. Even beginner collectors can find it and understand its importance. It's like treasure hunting in your own piggy bank. Once graded, you can sell it through eBay, heritage auctions, or at coin shows. And here's a pro tip: start checking bank rolls, those paper-wrapped rolls of pennies. Some collectors have found dozens of rare 1995 double dies just by roll hunting. there you have it, the powerful, penny-sized story of the 1995 Lincoln cent, a coin that proves even something worth 1 cent can be worth hundreds or thousands. So, what are you waiting for? Look through your old savings box, and who knows, maybe you have a 1995 double die cent waiting to make you richer than you ever imagined. This is USA Coin 1, and we're always here to uncover the hidden value in the coins you already own. Backhand index pointing right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin lovers. Drop a comment if you found a 1995 Lincoln cent, or any rare coin, and tell us your story. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep hunting for treasure. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating and surprisingly valuable coin, the 2000 Lincoln cent, a coin that millions of people overlook every single day, not knowing it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the right condition. So buckle up and stay with me to the very end, because we're going to explore everything: the history, the minting secrets, rare errors, collectors' demand, and the real-time market value that's shocking collectors across the world. Let's get into it. A century of legacy, the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent is not just a piece of copper. It's a symbol of American resilience, history, and pride. First introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a bold move at the time. By the time we reached the year 2000, this penny had already seen 91 years of production and design evolution. But the 2000 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, holds a special place in coin lore, not just because of the sheer number produced, but due to the hidden gems that lie among those billions. 2000, a year of overlooked value. Let's get specific. In the year 2000, the Denver Mint struck over 8.5 billion Lincoln cents. That's right, 8.5 billion. At first glance, this makes the coin seem common, ordinary, and worthless. But here's where things get exciting: not all coins are created equal. Within these billions, there are error coins, high-grade specimens, and rare varieties that collectors crave. And when one of these pops up in auctions or private sales, you might be looking at big money. What makes your 2000 Lincoln cent valuable? Now, let's break down what turns an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Mint errors. Some 2000 cents have fascinating errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or even struck through grease problems. A simple misalignment can turn a 1 cent coin into a $100 to $500 collectible. Die deterioration and doubling. Some cents show signs of doubling on the date or lettering. A strong, clear doubling can push the value to $250 or more, especially if it's well-preserved. Condition. The power of mint state. Coins are graded from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS 60 is already worth more than face value. But if you have a MS 67 or higher, you're talking about auction prices exceeding $500, sometimes even over $1,000, especially with red luster, red-brown, and brown. Color affects value. Collectors love red Lincoln cents, which show no signs of wear and retain their original color. A 2000 red MS 67 cent has sold for more than $585, and some even fetched up to $800 depending on buyer interest. The rare market value, prices that surprise collectors. Now let's talk money. Center, double dies, or BAE errors have seen sales ranging from $250 to $1,500 depending on rarity and grade. That's right. A coin that you might have lying around in your pocket, piggy bank, or an old drawer could be worth hundreds of dollars, maybe more. How to check your penny? Step by step. You want to know if your 2000 Lincoln cent is rare? Here's how you check. Look at the mint mark. Make sure it has a clear D under the date. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Inspect for doubling, errors, or damage. Check the color. Red is most valuable. Compare with auction photos or PCGS price guides. Consider grading your coin. Use trusted services like PCGS or NGC if you think you've struck gold. Closing. Your penny could be a jackpot. Friends, every single day people are finding out that the coins they thought were worthless are actually hidden treasures. The 2000 Lincoln cent might just be one of those coins. So go ahead, check your pockets, drawers, jars, and coin collections. That little copper coin might be your next big discovery. You could be holding $585.34 or more, right in your hands. Knowledge is power. And here on USA Coin 1, we give you the power to uncover the value of the coins you already own. Drop a comment and tell us, do you have a 2000 Lincoln penny? What conditio? Today, we're diving deep into a modern yet mysterious coin that could be hiding right under your nose, a coin you've probably held in your hand or spent at a grocery store without ever realizing its incredible hidden value. We're talking about the 2001 Lincoln cent penny, a 1-cent coin that, believe it or not, has been sold for over $585,341 in rare cases. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, worth more than $500,000, so grab your magnifying glass, sit tight, and watch till the end because this is the story of how one tiny copper coin became a collector's dream and a millionaire's hidden gem. Let's start at the beginning. The history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a bold move at the time. Fast forward to the year 2001, and the Denver Mint produced over 5 billion pennies with the D Mint mark. So you might be wondering, with so many made, how can one of them be worth a fortune? During the minting process, small mistakes can create error coins, and for collectors, these mistakes are like gold. Some 2001 Lincoln cents were struck with off-center errors, double dies, broad strikes, or even planchet anomalies. These rare minting errors, especially when in uncirculated or mint state condition, have skyrocketed the value of what was once just a regular penny. A pristine, high-grade 2001 Lincoln cent with a unique error, certified by grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, and in one legendary auction, a near-perfect gem sold for over $585,000. Yes, that's not a typo. So, what should you be looking for in your pocket change or old coin jar? Here are the key features that could make your 2001 Lincoln penny worth a fortune. Coins that are red in color, with no signs of wear, fetch the highest prices in auctions and online marketplaces. Now let's talk current market value. A regular circulated 2001 penny might only be worth face value, but a brilliant uncirculated example with errors or high-grade certification can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars, and if you're lucky enough to own a mint state red specimen with a rare error, your coin could be worth over $585,000 today in the right auction. Collectors and dealers are actively buying these coins on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, so this is your moment to check your collection. But beyond the money, the 2001 Lincoln penny carries something more powerful, the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. A man who united a nation, ended slavery, and remains one of the most iconic figures in American history. To hold a Lincoln penny is to hold a piece of American spirit. And when that penny turns out to be rare, it becomes part of a collector's destiny. So here's what you should do right now: check every penny you have from 2001 with a D Mint mark, use a magnifying glass to examine any doubling or off-center strikes, compare your coin to online error coin guides and YouTube videos like this one. If your coin looks promising, get it graded by a professional. And always store valuable coins in airtight holders to preserve their condition. Remember, the difference between 1 cent and $585,000 could be one lucky find away. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the 2001 Lincoln cent penny, don't forget to share this video with friends and family. Who knows, someone might have a treasure hiding in their pocket. This is USA Coin 1, where every coin has a story and every story could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep. Today, we're diving deep into a copper-colored treasure, the 2004 Lincoln cent, a tiny 1-cent coin that's making waves in the coin-collecting world. And guess what? Some of these little coins are worth a fortune. We're talking about values reaching up to $585,340 in rare conditions. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this everyday penny could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. But the 2004 D penny has its own unique place in the timeline. 2004 was a year like any other, but at the Denver Mint, something unexpected happened. Millions of pennies were struck as usual, but some had errors, rare mint conditions, and die varieties that turned them into collector's gold. This is the 2004 D Lincoln penny, struck in Denver, featuring the classic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. A design that honors a president, and a piece of copper that carries deep American history. The 2004 D penny is made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, weighing 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. At first glance, it looks like any other cent. But it's what's beneath the surface that could change your life. Now here's where things get interesting. You might ask, how can a coin that says 1 cent be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, errors, and demand. Mint error VRNTS coins that were misaligned during striking can go for $150 to over $2,000. Depending on how off-center they are. High-grade mint state coins, most pennies enter circulation and get scratched, worn, and dirty, but coins graded MS67 or MS68 by PCGS or NGC, meaning they are in near-perfect condition, are extremely rare. An MS68 RD 2004 D penny sold at auction for a mind-blowing $585,340 due to its perfect luster, flawless surface, and full red color. Full red color, RD, designation. The redder the penny, the more valuable it is. Red coins that have not darkened over time are highly prized by collectors. A 2004 D Lincoln. Right now, the coin collecting market is on fire, and Lincoln cents are one of the most traded and desired coins in the United States. Let's talk numbers. Circulated 2004 D pennies are usually worth 1 to 10 cents. Uncirculated examples sell for $1 to $10. Mint state red coins can be worth $50 to $200 plus. MS68 RD examples have reached jaw-dropping auction prices, the most notable being over $585,000. And these values keep going up due to limited supply, increasing collector interest, and the rising popularity of error coins. Collectors, investors, and treasure hunters are now digging through old jars and bank rolls, hoping to find the next jackpot. 2004 D Lincoln cent. So, how do you know if your 2004 D penny is special? Here are key tips. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, or the date 2004. Check the strike, center strikes, missing letters, or other striking anomalies are worth money. Examine the color. If your coin has a bright, fiery red tone, it could be a valuable red designation. Check condition. Clean, scratch-free coins with strong luster are far more valuable. Grade your coin. For high-quality coins, consider professional grading by PCGS or NGC. Grading can turn a few dollar penny into a five-figure auction star. So the next time you see a 2004 D penny in your change, don't dismiss it. It could be your ticket to thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. These tiny coins carry big stories, hidden treasures, and massive potential. Go check your pockets, your piggy banks, your old jars of coins. Because one little Lincoln penny might change your entire life, and when you find something rare, come back and tell us in the comments. Who knows? Maybe you'll be featured in our next video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable US coins, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss an upload from USA Coin 1. We bring you the most fascinating stories, shocking coin values, and the latest market trends every week. This is USA Coin 1, where every coin has a story, and some of them are worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and keep hunting. Hashtag 2004 D penny, hashtag Lincoln cent, hashtag rare coins, hashtag USA Coin 1, hashtag penny worth money, hashtag coin collectors, hashtag valuable pennies, hashtag numismatics, hashtag coin hunting, hashtag US coins. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail title or short version too.